Hey everyone, and welcome to Mindset for Success with regards to building your personal brand and why mindset matters. Because creating content and putting yourself out there can feel very intimidating, especially for me. It was like one of the things I said I would never do because I was so scared about it. Recording myself, how I'd sound, like putting myself on camera, so much fear and doubt, and like you get in your head so much. And most of the time, it's like you don't want to be exposed and you don't want to show yourself to the world, right? There's fear, there's doubt, insecurity, and they're common. I can guarantee 90% of people who post content before they started all had the exact same fear. Right? But we need to understand, we need to change our mindset to be able to think that creating content is going to directly impact your life. Right? And I want to show you how I was able to overcome my fear and how I broke through my limiting beliefs and how I had a sort of transformation with regards to the way I saw and looked at content. So it's really important because I think it's the most and the biggest roadblock to why people don't build their personal brand. Because there's so much fear around it of being judged, and I'm not good on camera, I don't know how to speak, I don't know what to talk about, right? But I'm going to show you how it's not going to only affect your personal brand, but also the way you communicate and the way you can speak to people and the way you can form sentences and the way you can build more confidence in yourself. So the main reason why I failed and most people fail is because their fear of being judged. Right? How would I sound? What would my friends think? What would my family think? I'm going to be looking stupid. It's the biggest problem most people have. Because when you think about it, when you're recording yourself in a room alone, right? There's no one else in the room. It's just you and a camera. So that should be even easier than talking to a person because nobody's judging you. The only thing that's judging and the only thing that you have in your head and the only reason why you start stuttering and you're not sure what to say is you're already thinking about what people would think about when they watch the video you're creating at that moment. So think about how that's you getting in your own head. Recording yourself on camera should be easy. You're on FaceTime all the time, you're speaking to people all the time, and we're not worried about being judged. So the whole idea here is that you're already thinking about what people are going to say or how you're going to sound when you record the video. And I'm going to show you how to get over that. Another thing is victim mentality. Some agents blame external circumstances like time. I don't have time, it's not the right resources, there's too much competition, I don't know what to say. So they start blaming and being a victim, having a victimized mindset, with regards to rather than taking responsibility for their progress, they just blame everything else around them. And that's another excuse to getting out to why I shouldn't do content. I just have no time. The third thing is inconsistency, which is they're not consistent because they don't see results straight away. The most common pitfall, I'm going to record 5 videos and expect 5 sales. That's not going to happen and that's not realistic. So we need to be able to set a consistent roadmap of how we're going to show up every single week to be able to be posting and to be able to be recording the content as we want to do. If there's no goal set, if there's no plan, then we are going to fail. Without a clear purpose to why we're building our brand, content's going to feel awkward and aimless. You need to understand what your goals are with the personal brand. Why do you want to build a personal brand? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to be able to do all of this and have this impact? And I'm going to show you how we can use that why to tie into success. Okay, so the way this helped for me, and the biggest thing that changed in my mind was when my business coach told me, what is your why? What is your clear mission and vision for your why? Why are you doing what you do? And for me, it was always tying back to my family. I wanted to make them feel safe. I wanted them to have the life they always dreamed of. I want to have more time with them, because for me, that's one of my pillars of my life, which is I want to be able to provide and I want to give my family the life they've always dreamed of, and I want to be able to spend my time with them as much as possible. And that really calls to me. Right? So when I have that why, what my coach told me was, so you're going to stop making the money you want to make and having the impact you want to have and having the success you want to have and not providing for your family because you're worried about what your friends would say. You're worried about what your family is going to think when you post these videos. You're worried if you're going to get judged on Facebook. That's what's going to stop you. And are you going to let that stop you from living the life of your dreams? But because now I attached it to my why, then it was an obvious answer of no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn the skill. I'm going to get it done. And that was really exciting to me because now it wasn't about me anymore. It was about, I'm doing this for a greater reason. I'm doing this because I'm attaching it to my why. So I don't care if people judge. I don't care if people laugh. I don't care if anything. I know I'm doing this to be able to provide for my family, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to actually get there. So if you're really clear about what your why is, you can anchor that when your doubt creeps in. Okay, so be really clear and understand what your why and motivation is, and then it's easy for you to say, fuck what people think, I'm going to do it anyway. And most of the time, nobody even cares. We just worry ourselves. The part about people thinking, they'll comment about it once, maybe, and then nobody really cares. And then after a few months or a few weeks, they're like, Sam, how did you do that? How are you building your brand? And then they start wanting to do the same thing you're doing. So it's us in our own heads. No one cares about you and what you're saying and what you're doing. You're just more in your head thinking about it. So again, have a super clear why. The second thing is have really clear, smart goals. Now, when I say smart, when I say goals, what smart goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And I'm going to show you how you can do this to understand this in more detail. So let's say, for example, you want to run a marathon, and I want to place first in the marathon. Right? That's a goal, but it's not a smart goal. Everyone says, I want to make this amount of money. Okay, I want to make $1 million this year. Okay, cool, that's the goal, but that's not a smart goal. So that's the main reason why most people fail in their goals, is because they haven't set a smart goal. I need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Let's say I want to make $1 million this year. How much is an average property sold in my area? How much commission do I make on average? Let's say I make 10,000. So in order to make 1 million in commissions, I need to sell 100 homes and make 10,000 per home. Okay, so now I know that my goal is a bit more specific, which is the million. I know it's measurable, how many homes I need to sell, and how is it achievable. So to sell 100 homes, that means on average I'd need to sell 8 homes a month. Is that possible with my current setup? Can I sell 8 homes a month, or do I need a team? Cool. Is it relevant? Yes. Relevant because that's my business. Is it time bound? I have 1 year to do it. So now I can break down, okay, in order for me to sell 8 properties a month, how many leads do I need to generate? How many contacts do I need to have in my database? How many people do I need to speak to? And then split that up into a monthly basis as well. So now I know every single month, am I hitting my goals? Am I doing the things I have to do to get me there? So it's very important when it comes to building your personal brand. What are your smart goals? What are your goals for building your personal brand? For example, all I want to do in the beginning is create 1 video a week, or I want to reach 1,000 followers in 3 months. How am I going to do that? What is my roadmap? And you need to lay that out clearly and perfectly for you to understand and hold yourself accountable to these goals on a monthly basis. If you're not doing this, and if you don't have a smart goal, you are never going to succeed in anything you do. The most important thing is having goals and a plan to get there. If there's no roadmap and there's no plan, you're going to fail 100% of the time. So every single month, what are your goals set out? What do you want to do? For me, for example, when I started out, all I said to myself was, for the first 3 months, I'm going to post 1 YouTube video every single week. And I committed to that every single week. And I did that every single week. Once I got over that goal and I was proud of myself, I was consistent, I was happy, I was seeing progress. Now I changed it. Okay, let's go into a harder goal. Right? Make it relatable to where you are right now in your journey. It doesn't mean you're going to get 100,000 followers in a year. You can do it, and there's ways to do it, but let's be realistic here to make sure we can achieve the things we want to achieve. So set your goal, and then be consistent. You need to be consistent. If you're not consistent with posting, if you're not consistent with recording, you are never going to get better, the message is never going to grow, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and nobody's going to relate to you. There's nothing worse than someone who's not consistent. If you go on someone's Instagram stories of our YouTube channel and you see they posted once for the first 3 weeks and then they never posted again, that's the sign of a loser. That's a sign of someone who's not consistent. And you can't be this person if you want to be successful. The 4th thing is holding yourself accountable. Share your goals with either us, our community, your teammates, and have an accountability partner. So every single month you can say, did I post this content? Did I post every week? Did I get a certain amount of reach? Did I do the things I said I'm going to do? Right? You need to hold yourself accountable, and you can't let yourself down. Keep your promises that you've made to yourself, because that's going to make you happier overall in life as well. So again, these all tie into each other, as you can see. Why? Your goals, consistency, accountability. And the fifth thing is, know that it's going to take time. Success won't happen overnight. I've been posting content for, I would say, 6 months, 7 months now, religiously every single week. And I still feel like I'm just in the beginning of my journey. I'm still terrible on camera. I still want to get better. I'm still trying to. But you need to understand that it's going to take time. You are not going to see results straight away. The results you should have for yourself are you hitting your goals and your targets, which would be, I don't care about engagement for the first few weeks. I just want to be consistent. Once we do that goal, then I can start thinking about engagement, how I can do better content, how I can be more comfortable, how I can be more confident. But just know it's going to take time and it's going to be a journey. It's going to take you months for you to see any sort of results. And you need to be willing to put in the time to actually do it and get there. And number 6 is celebrate your wins. Like, know every time you post a video, you did something great. You create milestones. When I do 10 videos, I'm going to take myself out to eat. When I do 25 videos or I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to take a weekend off. Whatever it may be, just make sure you celebrate your goals along the way to make sure you are seeing the progress as well. Sometimes we realize we're so focused on chasing the end goal and the end result that we forget to see how far we've actually come. And there's a big thing for us to reflect and say, you know what? I've done a lot and I'm happy with where I'm going, and it allows you to then to realign what your new goals are going to be once you actually celebrate your old ones. So yeah, one of the most important things if we want to see success is our mindset, and I hope this helped with regards to helping you get more consistent. If you don't have a clear why, speak to us and we'll be able to help you understand what that is. And again, that's something very personal to you. You don't have to share it if you don't want to, but just use this as an anchor point. This is the one thing that changed my life. Understanding what my why is and why I do the work I do and why I want to have the impact I want to have, and then anchoring it to when I'm doubting myself. So hope this helped, and yeah, let's keep on going.